Hey guys, Island Homesteader here. It's I don't even know what day it is. Tuesday, October 30th, and I just wanted to do a follow-up to my hurricane update video and show you guys what has gone on around here following the storm. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me once I step out. I'm hiding here kind of in the back corner of the house out of the wind. It's really breezy today. It's probably blowing 25 to 30 miles an hour, and it's supposed to go on like that for a couple of days. The one odd thing, this is the first time I ever remember after a hurricane walking around in a hooded sweatshirt and long pants. It was like 53 degrees this morning when I went outside the house the first time. So usually it's 90 degrees and the humidity's horrible and you're sweating trying to clean up and stuff, but what a weird storm this thing was. Just really weird. Just the way it lasted forever and ever, and the way this backyard flooded, and it just stayed. You know, usually we don't get that. It floods and it comes in and goes out, but it just stayed here for about a day and a half before it went out. I'll walk out and show you the garden. I'm really surprised that stuff's even still green, but I'm sure that's not going to last too much longer. I'm sure it's going to start dying off here, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But here it is from down here on the ground, and we'll walk over and take a look. Here's that box. See, the box is lifted up. You can see how it's at an angle there from the ground. These boxes started to lift up. This one these were the radishes. You can see they're done. There was some lettuce in there. It's not any good. Beets. You can see they're just all laid over and they're starting to shrivel all up. Here's the box of collards. You can see the leaves, how beat up they are. I don't know. I don't think anything's going to make it out of here. I would be very surprised if it does. The broccoli, it got beat up bad. Shriveling all up, turning black. Cauliflower, cabbage. Cabbage is the best looking out of them all, surprisingly. I don't know. Maybe stuff will live. I'll be very surprised if it does. Red cabbage looks pretty bad. I see that box where the peppers were. It's gone. It floated over in the yard over there, and then. Oops, sorry about that. And then this box here that had the peanuts in it, and my okra, Swiss chard and stuff. You can see the box lifted up, but at least it stayed in place, but it did lift up off the ground. That box over there, marigolds, an old hot tub cover sitting over there. It floated from over there where I had it propped up against the house. So here it is. I mean, it's not terrible. It just barely did get in the garage. An inch, maybe an inch and a half, just enough to get the floor wet in there. So we'll have to get in there and put some bleach down just to make it smell better. You can see right here, here's the water line on the fence. You can see the water line right there. And then you can see how it goes down the fence and comes across right there, and oops, sorry, comes across right there, and that would just barely put it in the garage from that back door. You can't see that from this angle, but if I get over here, let's see. Oh yeah, you can see the water line on the garage door over here. You can see from the outside of the garage door, there's the water line right there. So 2 inches is what it looks like that actually went in. So that's not bad. Everything in the garage was picked up, so we shouldn't have lost anything. It's just a mess with the way it's going to smell. Just this nasty water. People's septic fields flooding and stuff like that. So, but here's one last look at what's in here. Like I said, it's just I'm surprised it's still green because it spent 24 hours under salt water. But you can see, yeah, you see how beat up it is and how wilted they are. And the ground is just saturated. So I'm sure that all is lost. And it's a shame because it was the best looking garden I've had so far. These leaves are still pretty healthy though, looking, some of them. I thought about picking some, but where it's been in that nasty water, I'm just a little nervous about it. It hasn't had enough, they hadn't really been rained on. There's no rain after the flood water went down. There hasn't been any rain. So I'm just a little nervous about eating them, but some of these leaves are still good. But anyway, if it goes, it goes. Just have to plant again come spring. Other than that, you know, the yard's not bad. It's still soggy wet back here. You can see the neighbor over there. I don't know if you can hear his pump running. He's probably pumping out the street in front of his house where water sits. And all those docks, I've got pictures. My wife took pictures. My wife and my daughter took pictures during the storm. So I'll attach some pictures into this. All those people's docks over there were underwater. This dock was obviously underwater for it to be up in the house or up in the garage. And you can see there, that's even still real high. That's probably right now, it's probably a foot higher than normal still. So there's 3 feet or so back here anyway. This part of the yard was all wet and flooded. It's still real soggy. A little bit of standing water there. Here's the water line where it came up back here. You can always tell because of the line of debris. So this is how deep the water came back here, how far it came in the back here. And then it also floods around from the other side, from the canal over here. And this is about where it came to here. You can see this stuff out here. It didn't come down here, but you can see we got all this dead, dried up seaweed and stuff out here where it came up from behind that house right there. So anyway, just a real quick look around here. No damage here, no loss except for the garden. But I want to get out and go show you a little bit around town of what happened. So I'll be right back with you.